Hello, everyone. My name is Wade the Wallaby, and today we will be cooking pepperoni pizza. Um, well, not making it. I should say it's frozen pizza, and I'm just gonna put it in the oven while my mom is at her mom's house. I'm gonna do this by myself and see if I don't screw this up, which I probably will, because why not? Notice the microphone is right here because why not? So the sound is a bit better. I'm a bit loud. So, yeah, I know the camera's a bit far, but YouTube doesn't want me to live stream on mobile because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I only reached 126 subscribers. That was my maximum on my other channel. So if you please, I would love to have 1,000. It's ridiculous they have to do that, but you know what? While this is preheating, I've been preheated maybe 3 minutes ago, so 4 or 5 minutes ago. So with our new stove, obviously this stove has been cooked sometimes, but I wanted to do something that I would never do on my channel. Now, this is going to be the first cooking channel on pretty much my entire life on YouTube since 2015. So, this is going to be the first. While this is preheating, I have everything set up, and hopefully I don't burn myself. While that's preheating, which I said 3 times, but that's fine, we're going to be talking about things I should have talked about maybe some days ago. When I was trying, YouTube is being a pain in the ass. The music copyright system is extremely terrible. I mean, like Half-Life 2 music is even copyrighted, so it's just horrible. The soundtrack, it's just terrible. So it's just going to be very depressing and all that stuff, and I really can't figure out a way to achieve that properly. I know it's a bit ridiculous to find out of that scenario. I could have recorded this on my iPad but it would just be clogging up space on it. So that's why I do live streams. I changed the subject because you know what? Screw you. Yeah, the copyright thing is really getting kind of worse. And it's going to keep getting worse. And YouTube, it's just adds stuff that are not useful. Like, brain. I mean, I understand that Elon Musk bought Twitter. But seriously, I think, you know what? He'll probably have to spend every single penny on YouTube because it's owned by Google, which is big. And it was like $44 billion, not millions, billions. That's more expensive than even that's even more. Look, imagine that. That's even more than the SLS project, which is like the space shuttle with the orange tank, but without the space shuttle. Yeah, that's more expensive. He could literally buy like 3 space shuttles with that type of money. 3 space shuttles. That's just to estimate, but yeah. A whole thing of these with that much money. Even though he's like the most richest person in the world. So yeah. It's a good stuff there. I don't know why I'm cooking. Because I'm hungry. I ate like 2 Lunchables. I don't know why I'm still hungry. I've been hungry all this time. Because this pizza in this oven is really good. It's really good. So, you hear it making noises. And once it's done, it will make a tune. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Because I'll basically be like screaming on YouTube saying, really? I don't have to cut that sound off. Because, I'm trying to make a policy to have no music on my channel as possible. Well, not non-copyright music. And I always check it frequently. There's a cool filter that allows you to check your videos are copyrighted, and nothing right now. I always have this weird feeling when I do it. It's very scary. It should be almost done. So you're saying about okay, so it says 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake until, oh, it said the rec. Okay, thank you. It says, yeah, product is hot. Well, of course it is. What else would it be? Now I need to find the mittens, because if I don't, I'm pretty much screwed. Down here? Ah, they are. Don't be an ass clown, all right? Don't be an ass clown. Oh, yeah, you can see me. I'm surprised that my amazing computer I can see my little body over there. Yep, this is like the living room / kitchen. The basement's down there. It's a nice basement. I'd like to give you a tour of the house, but unfortunately, there are some things that are private because my mom doesn't want me to do it. I would love to, but my mom says not to. So that's why we are very limited of what I show you because of, what looks like we're a hoarding house. But that's because my mom was in the hospital in 2007. And she was in the hospital again because she had a seizure. You probably remember that. And then the third one is classified because of it's very classified. I'm not allowed to tell you what happened or anything like that. I wish I could tell you, but my mom said I agreed to not tell anybody besides me and my mom anything about what happened. Okay, now it's 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Are you done? It's hot. Of course it is. 400 degrees. Fun fact, without the ozone layer, it is actually 400 degrees. But since this is room temp, okay, I gotta do something. So I have no idea how to flip to do this. I'm already hot. Well, that's because there's an oven right there. Well, you're wasting energy, Wade. Okay, sorry. Scissors. You know what? Knife. You ever heard of Annoying Orange? Yeah, he was a big famous thing back in 2012. Same year when the Costa Concordia went down, and the same year when the Curiosity rover landed. On April 6th, I think it was April. Okay, just gotta remove the plastic. This is a Red Baron pizza. I didn't really want to tell. My mom's gonna be proud of me. I have no idea. I'm just gonna put what I'm doing here is I'm gonna put one. Okay, right hand. Let's do right hand instead. My right dominant hand. I am right-handed, and it's not going in well because I have a pizza in my other hand. It tells you the temperature, which the other oven did it. It's called a smart oven, but whatever. Fuck it. Ooh, shit. Okay. Now, 18 to 29 minutes. I don't know. Okay, timer. Okay, we're going too high. To 21 minutes. Let's do 21 minutes. No, let's do 18. Let's do 19. 19 minutes. All right, so once it is done cooking, it should be serving. Hopefully that the pizza cutter should be around here. I'm making my own pizza. Well, without Lunchables, because I ate the 2 Lunchable pizzas and I'm still hungry. And then, of course, I'll probably have some for my mom. Here it is. She cleaned it. Good job, Rhonda. So excited. While that is cooking, we'll just talk about more about stuff. Wait. Oh, I thought let's put the gain. I'm sorry if I was dim, if you're hard of hearing, but okay, now it's better. I just didn't want to have it like, so you can, but if you couldn't hear me, just turn up the volume. But if you can't hear me, then I failed. But whatever, it's just something that I normally would do. Oh yeah, when I am by myself, never mind. So I'm not sure this would help. I finally got my diploma right here. And now you're saying about yourself, Wade. Why do you have your Bluetooth? I'm gonna have to see what it says. Diploma. I'm sorry. This is my diploma right here. I'm graduated. And here's your proof right here. Boom, proof. This is real right here. And you're saying, Wade, don't you think you should have had that like 2 years ago? You are correct. However, the reason why is because of I was in a program called Bridges, and because of my autism, I had to take some training to make sure I can live by myself. Well, guess what? It sucked. Well, it was fun and socializing and stuff, but when the virus came, there was really nothing I could do. It was fun before, a little bit, except this one kid told me that a butterfly went to his eye and was sucking on his eye. It freaked me out temporarily. Yeah, he was weird. No, there were more weird kids in there too. And that was actually, at least they were in a separate room, but it was a house, and it's the Belleville High School. Now, I used to have a bunch of subscribers from that school, but apparently I think they probably, ever since the termination of my other account, they have no idea that they think I'm probably dead, or they think that I did something bad, and I still don't know what I did wrong. Obviously, my mom brags about it, but tell me about it. It sucks. Also, this is my wolf blanket that I like to. The little wolfies. Oh wait, sorry, it's upside down. No, it's sideways. When I'm cold, I put this up top of my blankets. No, it's pretty big, isn't it? It doesn't look that big when you're laying on it. I usually have this around. When I walk around, I usually have no shirt on or pants on around here. But since I get cold, I'm just doing this to be, I should say, professional. Yeah, I woke up at 4 o'clock. I have a messed up time limit, but yeah, whatever. So, yeah. Oh, forgot. Let's check it out. Nope, needs to be more. Yeah, technology kind of sucks in the future. But yeah, whatever. My mom will call me when she wants to come home. Yeah, she's at her house. My grandma or nanny had she been passing out, and she was in the hospital for like weeks, I think. And yeah, it was interesting, annoying. And then of course Denise started doing all this stuff. If you don't know who Denise is, she's my aunt, and she is my mom's sister. It's like the planet Venus, we don't call her a Karen. We call her a Denise. That's a new word. Put that out on the web. Share this. Share this with the world. This is a new name. When someone is mentally unstable, had a car wreck, you call them a Denise. What's worse than a Karen? A Denise. She's worse than even a Karen. And how can you be worse than a Karen? Well, she is sometimes a title, and she gaslights. That's her major thing. And you don't know what gaslight. Oh, fuck. It was just the refrigerator making ice. Why did that scare me? As I was saying, gaslighting is basically what it means is that when you tell somebody, so for example, a red balloon, you had a red balloon, all right? And then your parent says, no, it was a green balloon. but you saw it was red. That's what gaslighting is, and basically, it's a lie that you're. That's an example, but that's what she does. Look it up, and there are much more better pronunciations than me. But yeah, gaslighting. If you have anybody that does that, he or she's a gaslighter. So yeah, she's a gaslighter. And obviously, you might think if you're autistic, you probably think that gaslighting means that you light a gas. I know. Autism gives out some of the strangest things because you normally don't notice something of a word. Sometimes like Benadryl. Why is my speech so bad? Benadryl. You know what I'm talking about. Benadryl. It sounds like someone is on a drill. That's example. And there's more of it. Some words that you don't know. Fans on. Yeah, I know. It's getting kind of hot. Not because of the oven. I had this on because I was playing Battlefield 4 and I wanted to cool myself. Because everyone's off to work. And guess what? I don't have a job yet. I used to have one, but the virus came over. But I did get paid in real life. And I have my own bank account. And Denise is like, I'll get you a bank account and give you all this stuff. I would definitely, you listen to the recording she say. Or I could put it in raw. I didn't want to have like a professional. I could have downloaded it on a computer and then have it like on OBS and then record it or something like that. I don't know. That's just really complicated. Here's the key word. If you are in the Wallaby Mob, just say, are there any werewolves? That's just a say. Or I should say the Wallaby Mob. If you're in the Wallaby Mob, such as on Steam, which is on the group, which is actually a real group that actually has a lot of, most of them I kick or ban because they were users that were bad. They were taken over. I keep scaring myself. They were taken over by other people. I'm sorry. I'm just... I don't want to do this anymore. Why am I so scared? It's just... Sometimes your autism really sucks. With ADHD, yes, it does. You're probably telling me to calm down. I'm sorry. You know who has ADHD worse? Jacksepticeye does have ADHD, but someone else has ADHD. His name was weird, but he's like a freaking 15-year-old. Well, he looks like he's in his late 20s, which I am 21, so. And you might think to yourself, you're 21? I'm still young. I'm not like a 6-year-old like you. Or I don't know what your age is. I don't know. I really don't care. I mean, you can't be 6-year-old because of YouTube guidelines. Only people can watch this have to be 13 years old. I wish it was lower, but whatever. If it's the way to keep away from pedophiles, yes. But if it's something else, then it's stupid. The only musics that I know that are safe is Hans Zimmer's. No, it's not Hans Zimmer. You know what? The Call of Duty Modern Warfare soundtrack seems to be okay. Or the Crisis 2 soundtrack is pretty good. If you have any videos, like, you can use those and they won't bother you. But do not use The Last of Us soundtrack. There are YouTube ones that are non-copyrighted, so use those. There are I guess to make it non-copyright, so it's non-copyright stuff. And you might see me talk about people saying they have music and remove it. Yes, I don't care. I'm pretending to be a copyright police or something, but in real life, I'm not. I remember when I was on Battlefield 4, they were banning this furry, and I'm like, it's just a husky. Why would you? I mean, it didn't say anything like, gay shit or anything like that. But yeah, um, I hope you're enjoying this. The good thing is about live streams, and once they're over, you can just fast forward. Or I could just edit it, but I know that you're probably. Okay, I gotta check this out. I'm gonna be a gourmet chef. And the reason why I'm doing this, it's still not cooked. Um, like Job Simulator. I want a VR headset. I want one so bad. Camera's down here. I want one so bad. I really want a VR headset very bad because I really want the Valve the Valve Index one, because of with the hands, and I really want to play Job Simulator. But first, I would definitely play Half-Life Alex, baby, Half-Life Alex. I want to play Half-Life Alex so bad. It looks a really cool experience. I've seen Jacksepticeye play it. I don't know why Markiplier didn't play it yet. I guess he's not interested in Half-Life. You know what got me interested in Half-Life? Gary's Mod. And was actually one kid back in 2013. If you look on my Steam profile, it says I was joining 2013. Somewhere in like November, December, no, October, I think it was. October 2013. 8 years ago, I started playing Gary's Mod. In fact, Gary's Mod was my first, of course, because but then, I was fucking 12 years old. I was 12 years old. So there really wasn't anything to be interested in. I was just a child. I was barely anything. I was not even a teenager. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I did the calculations. I was 12 years old. Yes, we heard 3 times, Wade. You have to say it again. Sorry, I was just being dramatic. And you're being very hyper. Yes, I do take medication for my ADHD and for my autism. I took it late. Yeah. Look at my rockets. They're spectacular. Gotta stay out of the microphone because I've done this before. It did come out right because I, kept on talking the other way. So just stay on the microphone. Reason why I don't want to be too close is I don't want my voice to be blowing on it and hearing a noise. So you probably think that I sound really good because this is a really good microphone. And a lot of you people, I usually use my webcam, which is terrible. It's muffly and it's not really good, even though it's a 4K camera. The other one was an 1080p camera. No, I think it was. Yeah, you ever heard of an 8K camera? Yeah, 8K. Yeah, it's probably very expensive. It's like an IMAX. It's better than IMAX. Like better than widescreen. It's like probably better than Blu-ray, but I think Blu-ray what it does is it gets the colors out. Yeah, we have Blu-ray movies. We have Avatar. We have yeah, a lot of them. Rampage, First Man. I think that's how you say it. On Blu-ray. Oh yeah, we have Top Gun, and even the Tom Cruise ones. There are multiple of them. The racing one, War of the Worlds. With Blu-ray, it looks way better. With Blu-ray, it looks really better. The tripod looks really clearer because it's an old movie, like from 2003 or something like that. It still kind of looks kind of fuzzy a little bit, but with the Blu-ray, it clears up everything. I could see the tripod really well in far distances. It's really cool, and the sounds are bad because I don't have anything bassy on those. Although I tried connecting with the HomePod Mini since I do have Apple TV, but I realized that Blu-ray and Apple TV is separate. We have to use the same cord. I think it should be almost done, so I better check it out. I know I'm talking all over the place, but that's just because my medicine is kicking in very soon. It usually takes like 20 minutes for my medicine to kick in. I think it might be okay. It's sizzling. It needs to be a little bit done. My mom's gonna be so proud of me, and I can have proof of this transaction. Yeah, I wanted to do Job Simulator so bad, but yeah, I don't have a virtual reality. They say that those virtual realities have their own computer, and I don't believe the Best Buy employee would tell me. I think he meant something else. And my mom's like, "Oh, we think you don't have to have a computer. You have to have a computer to play half of Alex." And she kept on trying to play over me. She's like, "It's not dead. It doesn't matter." Oh, I don't believe that. God. You know, I'm always literally. See, my speech is bad. I couldn't even see a characteristics for like a object, like an asteroid or a comet. I didn't know how to say orbital characteristics. I can't even say it. I don't have any patents for sound thing, but whatever. Still, upgrading and stuff. And eventually, maybe in the future, I should have my own studio. But for right now, this is what I got. It's closer than ever. Um, Obviously, my dogs are barking, or I should say, my paws. uh, you know. Thank you all for watching. I'm just kidding. Thank you for all the part. I have no idea what I'm saying. Thank you all for participating in this for this amazing triumph of engineering. I will give you the host of myself. I have no idea what I'm saying, but it's probably just autism gibber, which usually is like that. So, I realize you, kid, I sound like Cave Johnson from Aperture. So, are you gonna? Do you want the lemons? I don't want your damn lemons! I'll burn your house down with the lemons! Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, the mute was on. Oh, fuck. Okay. Damn it, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was on. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Well, yeah, I made pizza, obviously. She probably think it's someone else that made my pizza. Crust is good. The sauce is good. Everything's good. Better than the last one. It's so juicy. In good way. Oh yeah, that thing was spinning. When I was putting the water over there, it was spinning. The disc, the pizza cutter. I better show Mom. I just made my own pizza. Are you proud of me? I hope you are. I'll change the title because I forgot how to spell pizza. I know. You're saying, really? You graduated from high school? Listen, I'm still learning. Mm. 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 Oh my God. It's so good. I'm gonna cry. I made this. I'm so happy. It turned out beautiful. When something goes good, something bad happens. Fuck! I'm sorry I'm cursing a lot, but I realized that when something bad happens, when something good happens, something terribly happens. Now my mom's gonna have a car wreck. Now she'll never know about the pizza. She'll never know about the pizza. And then I'll lose my mom. What am I gonna do now if I lose my mom? I cooked a pizza. Maybe I can live off of pizzas until further notice. That sounds ridiculous, but I think that's the truth. I'll get fat because I get depressed. I don't want to be fat. I used to be skinny. But ever since I stopped school, well, I didn't stop it. I graduated. I miss school. I know a lot of people say they hated school, but I missed the socialization. I almost went to a public school. A private school, but my dad was like, in the past, he was like, I don't have enough money. So my mom's like, fine, I guess. He did have a lot of money, but so my mom went to work at China Quick, which is a good place. Let me tell you a story about Jan. If you know who Jan is, he was my mom's ex-husband. Yeah, he was a big fella. He was ugly, and he was very jealous jealous of everything. That's why my mom broke up with him. Or divorced since they were married. And then, while my mom was being divorced, she met up with my dad at a bar. Now, I can't go in there right now because I don't have my state ID, but my mom found another state ID, which is in our state, which is the state. You don't have to go to your own. Here's a fun fact: you don't have to go to your own DMV. You could just go in anywhere, any DMV in your state. So, my mom found this guy named Michael, which was my dad. And they were sitting at the bar over there. And I don't know much about the information, but my dad was he had a lot of money. He was intelligent. He was good looking. I almost look like him. I know you might not see my dad in any of them because he's camera shy. And there was one about when it was my birthday when he was getting ready to leave. I could show you that picture / video. But I don't have my dad's permission to show the public, and I don't know why. He used to. Okay, back to so they met and they talked for 6 hours on the phone. And while in the midst of this, my mom's dad was in the hospital because he had cancer. They were going to do a bone marrow transplant. Now, Denise might say something else, but this is the truth. His name was Chester, my grandpa. I never met him, but that's because I'm not crying. He worked at the Air Force. He worked at Scott Air Force Base. He basically went to pretty much all Air Force bases, like in the one Area 51. Yeah, he went to Area 51. There were no aliens. It's just an Air Force base. I think the reason why it's highly security is because a lot of people like to go there and start messing around. I wouldn't blame him. I would not let anybody try to look inside my, base. I mean, we have a base which is in Belleville. It's like you probably heard. If you live in Belleville, you probably know about Scott Air Force Base. Look it up. It's from next to another airport called Mid America. They actually have their own YouTube channel. I did not know that. I know, right? Mid America. I looked it up on YouTube. I was so surprised there was information about it. It's even on Wikipedia too. So so my intimates of my mom and my dad were, I don't know. My dad talked to my grandpa about, he was interested. My dad was in boot camp for basic training until he had an accident. My dad was steam cleaning or polishing the tiles or something. I don't know what that is. He got electrocuted and it really injured him, so he was honorably discharged. And it makes me laugh when I see his gold wing and it says veteran. I said, have you killed anybody? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. That's kind of scary. You know what? I guess he went out to talk about it. But whatever, I digress. So my mom and my dad was talking to Chester, my grandpa, and about things and from airplanes and then military and airplanes, and they liked each other. They were like bros, since they were at the same Andrew. Dad was interested in airplanes. I think he did have a Cessna, rented one. He did some flight classes. Yes, my dad did flight classes. I didn't. There were flight simulators back then in the 90s. There was, but they were not accurate as in Flight Simulator X, which I still have, but I don't have a joystick because it's at Nini's house. But it doesn't work properly anymore, but hey, whatever. They still sell them. But I'd rather have a basic one, Logitech, the one that's basic one, because it was really cool, light it up and stuff. And when they gave my grandpa a bone marrow transplant, Um, what happened was he went to a coma, and when my grandpa went to a coma, he did not recover. He kept on getting worse and worse and worse, and he was like in his 60s, which is very young. And eventually, um, he had a then he was unrecoverable. So everyone decided to pull the plug, and I think my mom did. Someone watched as the heart rate monitor beeped faster and faster and faster, and then flatline. And that's I didn't experience a death once, and it was my cat, Griffin. I saw them put the shot in his. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Usually guys don't cry, but I'm sorry. It's all right. It's okay. They put Griffin down. His ashes are over there. I love that cat so much. He was so old. He was the same age as the Opportunity Rover. In fact, he could have been called Opportunity, but his name was Griffin. He was such a big cat. He had giant paws. He was like a bobcat. He was a British tailed cat or something. He had a stub tail, and he was a big cat. Giant. I love that cat. Okay, let's go back. So Chester was dead. And so this was a very sad day for my mom. And she was thinking, why would God make me in this bad situation? Now, my mom was not an atheist at this time. But when she looked up on the internet, she became an atheist because she realized that there was no such thing as hope. And even praying to God would not help. So she became an atheist. That's how I became an atheist. That's how I became to understand that Santa Claus is not real. In fact, I knew Santa Claus was not real because he was in a GMC truck while he was leaving. I saw him. And I'm like telling the teachers, I'm like, look at him. I saw Santa go into the GMC truck. And the teacher was like, oh shit. And in mine, like, oh, it transforms into a with reindeer and stuff. I'm like, what if the police see it? It turns invisible. See, I was really smart back then, and to this day, I am very smart. Now you might say that smart people say they're smart. No, I'm smart because I can. Okay, let's go back. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going all over the place, and you're probably like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Literally. Careful what you say about that. So, after some time in the hospital, they, did the death certificate. In fact, I don't know where the Papa death certificate. I think my mom still has it here because we did some modifications. It was oh shit, I forgot. Shh, secret. Denise might be listening. Unless if Denise, I think it should be okay. But if Denise comes in here and she starts banging on the door, she's trespassing. All right. If it's you, I don't mind if it's someone like a YouTuber. I don't mind if a YouTuber comes over and say, hey, I love your channel. I don't mind if you come over. I'm not like a hidey person. No. I just, I want to be out there. I just want to tell about my experience with autism. Just YouTube is like, fuck you. Even teachers subscribe to me. That's how amazing it was. I'm very popular. Even when I was getting my temporary diploma, which when you actually go, when there is the graduation, I'm sorry. I gotta go back. So when Papa died, later on, the years, so 1998 or 1999, I don't know, my mom found a dog stuck in a fence. Noise.
And my mom was being trained. I think she was had a friend named Terry Simpson. She was a vet tech. And then my mom was like, "Oh my god, this poor little puppy." It was a puppy Rottweiler, and stuck in a fence. So my mom called. No, I think she got. I don't know what happened, but my mom called Terry, say, "Hey, I got this puppy." They did find the mom, but my mom took one of the puppies. The mom obviously was in bad shape, but it was a rundown house. Then my mom raised the puppy, and she was named Daisy. And she was my mother, my second mother. A dog? My mom even didn't even train her to even take care of me. She was my mom because Daisy was a female and she was just a oh, she was such a good girl. Her picture is right there, smiling happily. She was a Rottweiler. Oh, she was such a nice girl. She didn't hit me, but it was a purpose because I was, when you do something, I mean, she was always sorry. She was what welly trained and barely even trained because she was such a good girl. Is it because my mom was such a good person taking care of? So when my mom, I guess my mom was pregnant of me. Uh, Daisy probably sent because this was in the 2000s because my mom and my dad got married on on New Year's Eve, 1999. I'm telling you. And then of course, 2000s, when the 2000s, you got uh Counter Strike come out. You got Half Life coming out. Half Life did come out in 1998, which was actually the same time how Papa died. But I don't think it. I don't remember. Wait until my mom comes over. Well, I'm not gonna wait until she comes over because it'll be hours. She's sleeping. Um. So my mom had Daisy, and she was such a good girl. When I was born, Daisy saved my life from a truck. Daisy went in front in danger. Just as, I was running over and the truck was coming. And Daisy ran off and to save me. And my mom was like, "What?" I just had a second mom. And Daisy was such a good mother to me. I know a dog sounds like really a dog, but that was really interesting. Another animal, another creature sacrificing themselves. Well, she didn't sacrifice because she didn't die, but she went out there and she knew that, I was, the part of the family. I think that was just the right time. My mom's pregnant and I was growing, and then maybe Daisy was growing, and she could tell, at the time in the months and learning about me and sniffing me out. And she probably thought it was part of the pack. That's probably why she protected me. And, of course, I loved her too. Of course, Griffin, he didn't like my dad. Griffin, the reason why we got Griffin was because of, I think it was the birds working in the areas that we should not let them. So we got Griffin, and Griffin, he did the job. He got rid of the birds. He got rid of the mice. He was such a good cat. In fact, I think you should salute to that Griffin cat because he was the best, although he was lazy and a dick sometimes because he was knocked down stuff and he was like, "Give me food." He became spoiled sometimes. But, when animals have their own personality. And, it doesn't matter if you saying that you're a fur, it just means that because obviously I'm not like a furry, like a furry, like fursuiter. No, no. I think because I got for my mom because she worked with pets and stuff. Yes, she did put down pets. Yes, some pets were ran over by cars, and most of them didn't make it. But because they would be for the rest of their lives, um, because she was taking care of dogs and animals, not just dogs or probably cats, and neglected animals. It's just horrible to see just assholes, just especially horses. These people just neglect their horses and their hooves are so overgrown. It's horrible. Animal control, it really, tried to, but Denise is like, "Oh, I take care of dogs and cats because I am a good person." No, you're not, Denise. You're cuckoo crazy. You're Denise, a new trait of Karen. um, this is a long live stream. I think it's an hour. I think is it an hour? It's almost an hour. But yeah, gotta make sure it's not muted. I can see the bars right there. Tell when I'm talking or not. And yeah, Daisy went in front of the car, the truck, and even the truck driver was like, "Wow, did you train her to do that?" And my mom's like, "No," and she saved me. And that's a hero right there. Unfortunately, no one caught on camera because it was so sudden. Yeah, it was such a amazing. Now, my dad was complaining about money, so my mom worked at China Quick, and she used to work at the bus company. She worked at Durham, and you might you might there is a playlist called Old Videos from 2005 to 2017. There's a playlist. I might actually put a thingy, but I'm too lazy to do it. I might do it like in 30 years. No, that's not realistic. I might not do it. Unless if you tell me to, then I will. And or actually over here. It doesn't matter. And she worked at a bus company. And in 2006, she recorded along with some kids on board. Um, and then in 2007, something was not right. I was in kindergarten at the time. And this is a piece of history that would change my mom forever. Literally. It did. It did change forever. Let's go back and eat some pizza. Gotta make sure it's not muted. Mm. So my mom was on the bus and she was driving the bus and I remember her saying when I was on the bus with her, I remember this. My eyes feel like they're gonna pop out. She had these problems. And then while my mom could not breathe, she could not breathe. I don't know where I was. I remember I was playing Lego Star Wars. And all of a sudden, my dad decided, all right, we're going to the hospital, which is not there anymore. They tore it down. And my dad took my mom to the hospital. And or did the hospital come here? I don't remember. I think that was her appendix. I don't remember. Well, my mom went. My mom said she could not breathe, and then they took her to the, blah blah blah, and MRI and stuff, and they found a tumor in her esophagus. That was the problem. A tumor. My mom has cancer. Don't use Roundup, you'll get cancer. So my mom was shocked. Even my dad was shocked. So my mom was in the hospital. I remember my dad he always was talking to me like I was like 7 or 8 years old or 10 years old. But I was still very young. And he was like, oh, you can't have that bear milk or Pediasure. You can't have that because you're old. And I was still young. I stopped drinking Pediasure when I was I think in 2019 or I think it was in 2017. No, it was 2018. Yeah, I think I was like 17 or 18 when I stopped drinking bear milk. I know that's late, but yeah.
And it's probably an hour. My mom went into chemotherapy. However, they gave her too much chemotherapy. And there was, over the months, it was gone. Or weeks, I forgot. Over the months, it was gone. So that was crisis out of the way. The tumor is gone. Then my mom started to go downhill. They started giving her a shit ton of steroids. And when you get a shit ton of steroids, bad things happen. You get strong like the Tank in Left 4 Dead, but the consequences of you taking a lot of steroids. Ash fly. Bug. And she had chemotherapy, but no radiation. She had barely any radiation lasers, radiation treatment. Barely. I think it was none. And she started becoming fat. Really fat. And her face everywhere started swelling up like a balloon. And her legs had pizzas. Well, I call them pizzas, but there were dots all over. She was in pain. In 2008, it was the worst year of her life. She had to quit her job. She had no jobs, and they banned her. My mom could not work anymore. So after that, my mom was in deep depression. And over the years, 2009, 2010, 2011, you do get to see her some recordings. And until maybe years later, she's still out of shape. She's also falling apart. My mom is she's almost 60. I think. I don't remember. And yeah. She started to get smaller. When they I don't remember. Over months or years, she started getting smaller. Eventually, they gave her less steroids. She does still take steroids and a lot of medicine to keep her alive, or else she'll have seizures. No, not seizures, because she had the head injury and she had a seizure. And yeah. It was pretty aggressive. I probably told you that story before, but I like to talk about it too. So, yeah. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next live stream. I love you.